Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice, where last episode Maya Fey revealed her channeling ability, channeling Tahrust Inmee, the proposed murderer of Zeh'lot, who says, of course, he didn't murder anyone. Of course, he's dead. What does he have to lose? What does he have to gain? Nothing, really. So he says his alibi is airtight at this point in time. We've pressed his first testimony, only to find nothing at all. Let's continue on and see if we can find something later on. Or do you still think I could have killed Acolyte Zeh'lot? I still think you did kill him. His Majesty's a witness? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that bit. Are you satisfied now? There is not a single discrepancy in Abbot Inmee's alibi. If I give up now, it's all over. Now, hold on a second. Is there anything wrong with the High Priest testimony? I don't know. I don't think there isn't. It's a 3 p.m. thing, maybe? I mean, do we have a thingy for Tahrust? No, we want Zeh'lot's autopsy report, thank you. Of course, you wouldn't actually know, but based on the definition, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. means it's a lot earlier. So the 2 to 3 p.m. meaning you could have killed him, covered him, and then went for a lovely dinner. However, the gingill smell would mean that it would take place after he ate. So that's confusing. Or unless the whole of Khura'in smelled of gingill at that point in time. Do I have nothing to really go with this with? Am I looking for another testimony, maybe? I don't think this is going on. The food must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. That's fine too. And was it the day before the riot? That's when the murder took place, but they said they were having dinner. Was there anything that could mark a time as being completely wrong? I mean, equally, aren't they eating the gingill stuff? So, who did you eat food with? I'm so confused. There is a discrepancy in the High Priest testimony. There is? Well then, perhaps you could explain what it might be. This is what was wrong with his testimony. The prayer feast was short. He's too friendly with the judge. He knew the time of the crime. See, that's the weird bit. After Abbot Inmee was channeled, no one ever stated what time Acolyte Zeh'lot was murdered. Now that you mention it. Despite that, you claim to have an alibi from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. That means you knew that Acolyte Zeh'lot was dead when you were still alive. Ha! Oh, your spirit's been knocked out of you. Get back in there before transformation's back. Wait, I think I saw something just now. Nope, I must be imagining things. Got there. So tell me, how do you know what time the crime had been committed? About that. Open your heart! Let the Holy Mother in! Why? We've been blessed with the High Priest's sacred words of prayer. All who serve her holiness must strive to banish worldly desires from their soul. Open your heart! Let the Holy Mother in! Purge your mind of greed and bias. I feel as if my very soul has been cleansed. You can't fool me. Prayer may banish worldly desires, but it can't make a contradiction disappear. How can you be so sure? What's that supposed to mean? This lawyer seems to think little of the power of Khura'in's prayer. Huh? Abbot Inmee was at home during the crime but knew of what happened at the hideout. I believe this can be explained thusly. He must have had a way to monitor the hideout from his home. What? You never cease to amaze, prosecutor. As he has surmised, there was a listening device installed at the hideout. It enabled me to instantly learn of anything unusual even when I was not there. Remember, the rebels had been using this as a top secret hideout. It would be perfectly natural for them to install such an apparatus. Wait. Come to think of it, when I was searching the rebel hideout... There's something under the banner. A microphone? What's this doing here? Was someone trying to record something with it? That was a listening device. It starts recording whenever it detects movement. And I heard just such a recording after His Majesty and his family left. If you look in the desk in my study, you will find the tape in question. Alright then. A bailiff? Yes, Your Majesty. I'll go retrieve the tape in question from the High Priest's home. At once, Your Majesty. See, now I'm thinking the gingill smell was obviously on his breath because he'd ate his dinner. Was then there a setup? Something done to make that stone fall? Was that what was going on? Knowing that he would go there? Was there something that could be triggered when they heard something? The power of Khura'in's player. Even a putrid brain such as yours should understand it now. It's like the contradiction really did vanish. We shall ascertain the content of the recording once we have the tape. In the meantime, I would ask Abbot Inmee to continue with the testimony. Very well. I heard everything. I was entertaining His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred. Stop doing that! When I listened to the tape later, I heard a man and a woman quarreling. It sounded like an altercation between Acolyte Zeh'lot and Acolyte Fey. After that, there was a loud noise, followed by haunting silence. I have to find some way to attack his alibi. If only Maya were here. She has a way of putting me at ease. But seeing her like this is only creeping me out. When the High Priest was a rebel, he was still a Khura'inist holy man. Therefore, take care in your questioning lest you invoke the ire of our people. How dare you suspect the High Priest? May the Holy Mother strike him blind! As if this wasn't hard enough already. I mean, plus, I don't really need to strike their ire. I've already had it since day one. Second one. Nice try, but I'll stop at nothing to find the truth. Press time. I heard everything. We need more details. I was entertaining His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred. But then how could you monitor things? Hold it! You were entertaining His Majesty and his family during the crime. Indeed. My wife, Believe, was treating them to her wonderful home cooking. Your wife was there that day? Why, yes. She was in the kitchen cooking up a storm the entire time. Come to think of it, I don't think I saw her at all that day. She takes her culinary duties most seriously, you see. That is why she was in the kitchen cooking without pause the entire day. So the judge never saw Mrs. Inmee. Should I have Abbot Inmee add that statement to his testimony? Why not? Is that good or bad? Please add that statement to your testimony. As you wish. My wife, Believe, was in the kitchen cooking the entire time. Do we have anything that counteracts that? Hold it! What was your wife making that day? The menu that day featured Hatin supplies and Meltenmot. Meltenmot? They are both traditional Khura'inese dishes. I can't even begin to imagine what those are. Ah, yes. The exquisite zest of Hatin supplies and the supreme texture of melted mouth. Lady Inmee's cooking that day was utterly unforgettable. Thank you. It brings me great joy to know you enjoyed your meal. Now, once His Majesty and his family had left, Was that useful for anything? I guess I'll just continue pressing and then look through the present section and see if there's anything in court record that will contradict. When I listened to the tape later, I heard a man and a woman quarreling.
Hold it!
You heard everything from a recording? Indeed. Each night I would secretly check what the listening device had recorded. I would have been in serious trouble with my lovely wife had she discovered my secret. Can you really tell what happened by the audio alone? Long years of aesthetic training have sharpened my hearing. It is but a simple matter for me to ascertain a situation by the sounds I hear. Practicing Khura'ism improves your hearing? Hearing is but one of the senses it can improve. If one can focus and attain at a piece, all 5 senses can be sharpened. Why, the warbat over in the bazaar just cried. Did you not hear it? Give me a break! It sounded like an altercation between Acolyte Zeh'lot and Acolyte Fey.
Hold it!
Hold on. Are you sure about those voices? Was it really Acolyte Zeh'lot and Miss Fey? I say that was the most reasonable conclusion under the circumstances. Or perhaps Acolyte Fey has an alibi that you can prove. I'm afraid not. Then I suggest you make like a mollusk and clam up. Now, I will continue my testimony if I may. After that, there was a loud noise followed by haunting silence.
Hold it!
A loud noise? I say that's worth looking into. It was a terrible crashing sound. Poor Acolyte Zeh'lot. It must have felt so heavy. It must have been the sound of that stone slab falling over. Should I have him add that statement to his testimony? Why not? Please add that statement to your testimony. As you wish. I would describe the noise as a terrible crash. Poor Zeh'lot, it must have felt so heavy. Technically there wouldn't have been a crashing noise, I wouldn't have thought, but whatever. And also, how do you know it must have felt so heavy? That means you know by sound exactly what it is.
Hold it!
You believe that terrible crash is connected to Acolyte Zeh'lot's death? Yes, the sound no doubt was poor Zeh'lot's death knell. Such a tragedy, for he was a fine disciple. I would ask all here today to give a prayer for his departed soul. Zushile matame yoma! Zushile matame yoma! Zushile matame yoma! I had high hopes for that young man's future. Zushile matame yoma! Why do I feel like such a jerk for just trying to do my job right now? Mr. Wright. Do you still feel the need to question the High Priest? His alibi is as tight as sight can be. This isn't going so well. I better ask him about something else. I'm curious, Inmee. Did you stop by the rebel hideout after His Majesty left? Yes, I thought it would be wise to assess the situation. But as I said before, there was nothing to see. The hideout appeared as it always had. And the victim's body? It was nowhere to be found. Acolyte Fey must have already disposed of it and anything else incriminating. So, when you saw the rebel hideout, it looked like it does in this photo. Yes, I would say that is how it appeared that day. So the stone slab had been put back in place. My rebel hideout photo has been updated. It is just as Inmee saw it after the incident. Oh, really? Mr. Wright, is it not time to concede defeat? No, wait, I need just a little more time. If you insist. Wait, we're back at this statement. I don't even know what we're going for at this point. I was expecting a new testimony, if anything. I mean, it sounds a bit weird because, of course, let's face it. Is there any difference between these two shots, or is that just a slightly long shot? It is a slightly long shot. It's exactly as you saw it. Oh, the red water. Wouldn't that be the key here? There's blood on the floor as well. The fact that then Maya supposedly done it, the reset of the whole thing. So wouldn't like Zeh'lot be technically stabbed into the Warbad statue when you try to like rotate the thing to get it through? Wouldn't that just like rip him up a fair bit, I've got to say? And then the stone thing would fall down even more, possibly damaging the Warbad statue further. Also, you'd need the key to get in here, right? So you'd need a jewel for the eye. I really have no clue what we're doing. Is there anything different now that because of pressing stuff we got new stuff? But I mean, this is useless information. It's exactly the same about the cooking. The whole wife was there thing was cool. Judge never saw Mrs. Inmee. Yeah, we got that. We added that to the testimony.
Hold it.
What was your wife making that day again? So it's the Hatin surprise and the melting pot again. I'm just looking for any new text, maybe because of talking, but everything's the same. What am I supposed to be doing? I mean, sounded like a notification between Acolyte Zeh'lot and Acolyte Fey. After that, there was a loud noise followed by haunting silence. I would describe the noise as a terrible crash. Poor Zeh'lot mist felt so heavy. I mean, I have no clue what I'm going for. You heard everything from the recording. Indeed. Each night I would secretly check the listening device was recorded. I would have been in serious trouble with your wife. It's literally the same text again. You can tell everything by audio alone. But how do I present the fact that, of course, everything's been reset and it wouldn't have been as you've seen it? Because we know it was all red. So, am I supposed to be, like, presenting something here? Like, maybe the red stuff there, but that's his body, so I guess that wouldn't be related. The fact that this has been updated is the interesting thing. It's exactly as you saw it. Are we literally going to be saying that how then did Maya Fey manage to push that rock back up, and how does everything reset so nicely in that small period of time? Is that what we're going with here? I have no clue. And we spent a couple of minutes on this, so why not just take a penalty and give it a go? This is the last statement we managed to get out. We just got this photo. Shall I?
Objection!
Abbot Inmee, you said, and I quote, "Poor Zeh'lot. It must have felt so heavy." That really was all I was supposed to do? I'm not having a good episode, am I? Why do you think you felt something heavy? You said the hideout looked like it did in this photo. If so, there's nothing— oh, yeah! If so, there's nothing that would lead you to believe he had experienced a heavy feeling. If it was all reset, then how would you know that fell on him? The fact is, of course, a stone slab did fall over onto Acolyte Zeh'lot, impaling him on the Warbad statue behind him. But that was only revealed through a Benevolence's divination seance earlier. Would the defense please get to the point? My point is, simply hearing a crashing sound should never automatically led him to conclude the victim was crushed to death. I still don't see your point. Really? I'm saying that the High Priest knew. He knew how the victim was really killed. Why? And that is information only the real killer could have known. We knocked your spirit out again. I definitely saw it that time. I got the High Priest's spirit shaking in his boots. Or should I say sandals?
Objection.
Need I remind you, Abbot Inmee was with his majesty at the time of the crime. Such an alibi precludes him from being the killer. That's true, so he can't be the killer. However, he knew how Zeh'lot was killed. Something only the killer could know. Can this discrepancy be resolved somehow? Well, Mr. Wright, we're waiting for an explanation. I was just getting to that. Time to think of something quick. The High Priest knew something only the killer could have known because he heard it during the trial, he inferred it after the fact, or he heard it from the real culprit. Are we bringing someone else up in here? He didn't hear it during the trial. He didn't infer it after the fact. It's got to be that one then. We need to find out who this is after all. Someone wasn't there during the dinner. He must have heard how the victim died from the real killer. Bluff, bluff. The real killer. Of course. That makes perfect sense. I don't want to believe it, but this is the only possible explanation. So tell us, who is this real killer? It's got to be someone close to the High Priest. Someone without an alibi. The person most likely to be Zeh'lot's killer is, at this point in time, a husband and wife duo, eh?
Take that!
Your Majesty, while you were visiting the High Priest's home, you didn't see Mrs. Inmee at all, did you? No, I never saw her, but what does that have to do with anything? Did the High Priest ever leave your sight? No, we were talking the entire time, and the food was brought right to the room's entryway. So the High Priest has an ironclad alibi. But his wife does not. What the devil are you insinuating? I'm insinuating that Mrs. Inmee might have killed Acolyte Zeh'lot.
Objection.
You have a lot of nerve making such a baseless allegation. She had no motive to kill Acolyte Zeh'lot. He was like family to her. No. We can't entirely discount the idea. Especially if you consider that Mrs. Inmee could have been the one posing as Lady Kee'ra.
Objection.
Even a fool must temper his foolishness at times. Would you truly believe Lady Kee'ra would kill Acolyte Zeh'lot though he was not a rebel?
Objection.
As we all know, the High Priest was secretly a rebel. It would follow that his favorite disciple could very well be a rebel too. Are you suggesting that Mrs. Inmee killed her husband as well? As sad as it is to think she'd kill her own husband to rid the kingdom of rebels, I don't think we can rule it out. You claim my wife is that rebel-hunting Lady Kee'ra, and that she slew both Zeh'lot and myself? My lovely wife? That is utterly impossible! I have never seen the High Priest so angry. It is as Abbot Inmee stated. And the accused has already been found guilty of his murder. It is far too late to overturn it. That's right, Mr. Wright. And now apologize to the good priest before he gets angry again. Quickly now. No, I'm not going to apologize. The true identity of Lady Kee'ra is a major piece of this trial's puzzle. Admit it, Abbot Inmee. Your wife, Lady Inmee, killed you. Yet even now, you continue to lie in an effort to protect her. How absurd. It appears the lawyer has forgotten. My lovely wife could not possibly battle the rebels in the guise of Lady Kee'ra. For we were blessed by her holiness, and she is with child. Praise be to the Holy Mother. I completely forgot about that. That abominable Lady Kee'ra figure who slew me and Acolyte Zeh'lot was the accused. This is bad, but I can't give up now. Don't forget, my client doesn't have the strength to fight rebels either. How could a weak young woman like her possibly Satiro me all you bloomin' well like, man. You foolish oaf of a lawyer. If only you were as blessed as Lady Inmee. What? Surely the accused possesses the strength, or should I say, the power. The power to battle those black-hearted rebels. What are you talking about? My good prosecutor, I see you've come to the same conclusion as I. Such keen insight. Ah, double-edged sword, eh? And you figured it out as well, Abbott and me. May I ask you to explain it to this putrid-brained lawyer? Certainly, for I cannot allow him to frame my lovely wife for murder. Foreign devil! Your Majesty, allow me to testify as to how Maya Fey is that murderous Lady Kee'ra. Well, if it would assuage your anger, then by all means, please testify. Come on then. Give me this testimony. Maya Fey is Lady Kee'ra. Acolyte Fey channeled Lady Keera's spirit. She's a spirit medium who knows Lady Keera's true name, so she could have done it. So it was the real Lady Kee'ra who returned to root out the rebels among us. She attacked and killed me with a strength far beyond any mortal woman. But... Do you understand now? Murder by spirit channeling explains everything. This is the only way the accused could have defeated one rebel after another. Indeed, I am a living, or shall I say dead, proof of her terrible power. Ha! Maya's ability to channel spirits has come back to haunt her. Now, is it not time to let it go and move on, defense? No, never. I'll never give up. Now what? Think. How can I prove that Maya couldn't have channeled Lady Kee'ra? It's a good question. Maya Fey is Lady Kee'ra. Acolyte Fey channeled Lady Keera's spirits. My client channeled Lady Kee'ra. Isn't that a little far-fetched? Far-fetched, you say? Why, the very fact that I'm here proves she has the power to channel spirits. Ah. But you've no proof she actually channeled Lady Kee'ra. Oh, but I do. She's a spirit medium who knows Lady Keera's true name, so she could have done it.
Hold it!
While it's true she may be capable of channeling Lady Kee'ra, I doubt there's any proof she actually did. We are talking about the infamous rebel hunter here. That modern-day Lady Kee'ra has captured many a rebel all by herself, and among them have been more than a few great warriors. Who but the real Lady Kee'ra could have accomplished such a feat? It would be difficult for a mere mortal. I'd leave the real Lady Kee'ra of legend as the only likely answer. Indeed. Is this not proof enough that the real Lady Kee'ra of legend has been channeled? The real Lady Kee'ra of legend? That's an oxymoron if I ever heard one. Then again, the people of Khura'in believe legends to be true. Is it just a legend then? So it was the real Lady Kee'ra who returned to root out the rebels among us. If one actually even existed then, is what we're looking at here. Lady Kee'ra Supplements. A tome given over to the one who will play the role of Lady Kee'ra in the Purification Rite, the Tome of Secrets. Alright. The priestess acting as Lady Keera's representative must know her name. That name is Imsan. Imsan. Speaking the name is unforgivable. Lock this knowledge deep in your heart and devote yourself to prayer. Imsan. Is there anything I can use with that? Do we need a first name and a second name? Is it Imsan Kee'ra? Is that what we're missing here? Well, speaking the name is unforgivable, so therefore you can't summon it. I'm confused on this one.
Hold it!
Lady Kee'ra is an actual person. Do you really believe there ever was a woman that powerful? One capable of battling rebels much bigger and stronger than herself. There is no way to prove that. But to doubt the existence of Lady Kee'ra is to doubt Khura'in itself. It is not for us to question. We must simply believe. Yeah! How dare you doubt our legends? You regret saying that, you Pokunkin. Or Pokunin even. Lady Kee'ra will strike you down! I won't get anywhere until I can refute their claims with some evidence. Maybe she's not real then. It's just simply what we're looking at. She attacked and killed me with a strength far beyond any mortal woman. So if we're going with that kind of like line of things, she's a legend. She's not real. She knows Lady Keera's true name, but you can't call someone who isn't real. We also knew what calling someone by a fake name is like. We didn't have the full name. It could be just that I'm supposed to present that to there, but we'll do that next episode on what I say is an episode today of a bit of of trying to figure things out. I don't think I've ever got like a press a whole lot, a line, add loads of statements, and then at the end of it ever get evidence updated before. That really threw me. That whole statement, that whole line just completely messed me up. But we muddled our way through and we're still fine with 4 penalties. Next time, we'll hope to take no more. Join me next time for Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.